If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
It's Piscopo in the morning, 9:27 right now. Oh, we're having such fun here. Curtis, thanks. You know, you're like a big shot down there in Washington now, man. And Peter Navarro chatted with Peter last week, which is great. Thanks for coming back. And no one else comes back, Curtis. You're the only one.
No one comes back. You don't get no respect.
I'll tell you, it's okay. No respect at all. I read a great article that you wrote about China, and I want to create jobs in New Jersey by bringing in freighters into the Panama Canal. I was approached by a representative of China to come in and bring the China freighters to the ports of New Jersey to unload like a concrete mix, which China makes, which we all need to build buildings.
Yeah.
I'm working with the unions. I have a meeting Thursday, and I want to create thousands of jobs in New Jersey by bringing the freighters in, unloading the material, to have the union drivers drive the trucks, distribute across the United States, build the silos to maintain this. Then I read a Curtis Ellis article saying, watch that we don't give our ports away to China. So I need some help here, sir, if you'd be so kind.
All right. Well, what's going on is over there in Long Beach, California, the largest port in America, the Chinese are in line. They're slated to take over port operations. So they would be operating the entire port. It's a very automated port, with the cranes and the containers.
The biggest in the country, correct?
Yeah, correct. They already have they would have the third largest shipping outfit in the entire world. Their container ships, this company called Costco. It's a Chinese state-owned company. The government owns it, right? And they
not Costco. Costco?
No, not the department store. It's not Target.
Sure.
It's not Walmart. It's not Sam's Club. And it's not right. I know it's very confusing. So they are buying a competitor, and they're going to end up owning port operations in Long Beach. Now, this is kind of scary because the Chinese are trying to build up their entire navy all around the world. And you got to ask yourself, if they are running the port in Long Beach, they're going to have a foothold in America.
And access
to all of the port operations. They can determine what goes in and what goes out. They'll be in line with your union guys, with the international longshoremen, with the Teamsters. They'll be sitting across the table from them when it comes time to negotiate contracts and things. If they don't like our policies, they could be in a position to shut down the port. And suddenly, and they, of course, would be monitoring everything that comes in and out of the port. If suddenly we want to ship military equipment out of that port of Long Beach and the Chinese decide we don't want
How could we be a watchdog on this?
Well, there's a committee on foreign investment in the U.S. that is supposed to review purchases like this. You tell Congress, call your congressman and say, we want this committee to do its job and cut the port operations out of the deal. If the Chinese want to buy a competitor in the shipping business, that's one thing. That's fine.
Or if they want to unload it, just let unload it. Just don't take over the whole.
Don't take over the whole port. They did this in Greece, and very soon the Chinese Navy was operating out of there.
No.
It happened in Africa as well. They started a commercial port, and pretty soon it turned into a military base. And Brazil, they bought the largest soybean port, where all the soybeans are shipped out of Brazil, and that's very convenient because the Chinese buy all their soybeans from Brazil. So they now control the entire shipping and distribution as well as the production of soybeans. So, again, this is government-controlled economy. That's what you got to remember. That's not the American way.
Yeah.
And, as far as your friends with the Chinese cement, we can make cement in this country. Why are we bringing it in from China?
Yeah.
It's not like diamonds, where we don't make diamonds and we don't make.
The first thing I did was I called all the Jersey companies. I said, no one made what exactly this is. But all they do is tax us. All they do is tax. The Chinese are very smart. They come in and they do a lot of the construction work in Jersey already on the bridges on the Pulaski Skyway. Those are Chinese companies like that.
Really?
But I'm saying this: if you have a P3 partnership, Curtis, and I so appreciate your expertise on this, and you have New Jersey's a partner, China's. And I grilled these folks on what's in it for us. What are we getting? What's in it for you? What do you want?
Right.
But the military expansion that Peter Navarro wrote about in Crouching Tiger, that Gordon Chang talks about on a constant basis, is what you're saying we should look out for.
That's right.
All right.
Absolutely.
Give us the breakdown of the tariffs. What you know? What we all support what you're doing. I love that the president's saying, "Hey, America first. We're going to put this out there." This is a long-term negotiating ploy. Why is everybody panicking about the tariffs?
Because they were taught in college when they went there that tariffs are bad, and they stopped thinking after that. They don't realize that tariffs are what built America. Abraham Lincoln said, "Give me a tariff, I'll give you a nation." George Washington. We put tariffs in place from George Washington's day onward, and that's how we started building things in this country instead of just importing it from Great Britain. Great Britain wanted us to be an agricultural and resource colony for the British Empire, for Great Britain, where we would ship them raw materials and they would make the manufactured and the refined goods. We said, no, we're going to do it a different way. We kept their manufactured goods out, started making it here. Now, tariffs are being used by the president to compensate for the fact that China is cheating and stealing our secrets and underbidding, underselling our products to drive us out of business. And you can't wait. It's a matter of, are we going to wait for the World Trade Organization, these pencil neck geeks in Geneva, to do something, or are we going to do it ourselves? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Americans have always done it ourselves. We don't wait for somebody else to fight our fights for us. Because if we did that, we'd all be speaking German today.
And I know you have an interview coming up. We appreciate your time. 9:33, Piscopo with Curtis Ellis, a senior policy advisor with America First Policies. The Chinese also are just counterfeiting products.
Oh, totally.
And selling it through mass distribution bases in the United States and around the world, like Alibaba.
Yeah.
And and we have no jurisdiction over that. It's at least the president acknowledges this, and he's going head to head with these guys now.
Exactly, and it's about time. I'm glad. I mean, I've been fighting this fight for a dozen years. I never thought we'd get to this point. I'm every morning I wake up, it's like Christmas. Hey,
and you think we'll work it out that with the prices of steel and everything coming in from Canada and from Mexico and from the European Union won't.
All these countries subsidize their steel industries. They all recognize that steel is a strategic industry. If you want to have an advanced economy, you must have a steel industry.
Yeah.
Why are we pretending that we can just get our steel from someplace else? They all are taking positive action to make sure they maintain a domestic steel industry, whether you're talking about Canada or the European Union or Germany or Brazil or Russia. We must do the same thing. The price of steel has always fluctuated, gone up and down. I don't see the price of cars going up when the price of steel goes up, because I don't see the price of cars going down when the price of steel is down. This is all, everybody's got their hair on fire over nothing. I don't, because I don't have any hair. But
But it all will work out in the end.
It all is going to work out in the end. Like I said, this country was built. The first act of Congress in 1789 was a tariff.
Yeah.
So everybody's acting like tariffs are from Mars. No. This so-called free trade where you get rid of your borders and you just let stuff come in from everywhere.
You want to equal the playing field.
Yeah.
The least we can do.
We're the freest trading country in the world.
Yeah.
China is the most protectionist country in the world. European Union is number 2. So anytime you hear people saying, oh, my God, protectionism, it's horrible, they don't know what they're talking about. Thank you, my friend.
Curtis Ellis right there at 9:35.
Job you're doing, Joe.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that so much, Curtis.
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.